Hey, I'm Peyton Jernigan and welcome to Regal. This is our 3000 facility. I'm the Director of Manufacturing and Engineering at Regal Research, so I thought it'd be a good idea to give you a tour of our shop. So unlike our 1200 building, this is our kind of main facility here for shipping, receiving, mechanical assembly, electrical assembly, and our large stock room. So we'll start with the stock room and I'll show you that first. Coming in here, you can see we've got a couple trucks dropping off goods and picking up some goods, and then getting into our small parts stock room here. Got so many lovely people counting parts and getting us prepared for the jobs over at the other buildings for mechanical assembly, weld, all sorts of stuff. Even our electrical assembly, which you'll see shortly. But you can see here we just have rows and rows of different parts, keep it all tracked and lock controlled. So we know exactly where every nut, bolt, screw goes to for each job. So we keep full traceability for our aerospace customers and pretty much any customer that needs that sort of thing. Kind of going through, I can show you our larger room here. We've got all sorts of products here, but you'll see in a moment that there's even more to be seen. People always think that this is the only stock room you have. Well, no, it's not. This is actually the first few rows, and you'll see shortly that we have tons more space for it. But all sorts of parts, we keep for our customers for quick shipping, so we kind of stock them up ahead of time so we can give them out, to sub-assembly. So sometimes we'll batch make several smaller groupings of parts to be sent out as needed. So those all stay here and get prepared and pulled by our lovely staff. Coming through, you'll see in a moment that our very large stock room has a lot of room for growth. We keep it very tidy, enough to where we can see the smallest boxes. We can actually take a piece of hardware and dive into it and know exactly what shelf, what bin, and what section of bin too with the system we use. So you'll see it's kind of dark, but it's actually part of our eco-friendly lighting. So as we walk through, I'll show you real quick. The lights kick on automatically, save energy that way. So you'll see as you keep walking, more stuff will turn on. So lots of odds and ends. We keep a rigorous count of everything, as we should, to stay compliant with our customers. So yeah, a couple racks here. Something that's kind of fun is that we actually are saving money by not using the topmost rack. If you look at the very top, we have space for one more section. So we kind of came to the point where we have enough square footage here that we could say, all right, we'll spread out rather than up, because if you need to go up, that means you need a bigger forklift, and the standard forklifts, what we already had, made sense for it. So we've got so much room to grow here to hold on to more product. And pretty quickly you'll see that there's even more shipping and whatnot up ahead. That's the next area we'll be looking at. Hey Enrique, good to see you. Hey, good to see y'all. So this is the shipping area. As you can see here, we've got our final wrapping up. So this is about to go on a truck. So always fun to see that thing rolling around. Nice piece of automation in our shipping department. And then coming up, you'll see all of our preparing our dunnage and all the different supplies we need to package parts. So some of these are parts to be shipped shortly. They're kind of on standby, ready to go. And then on these other two walls, you'll see we just have tons of variations of boxes, all different shapes, sizes. A lot of our customers require very specific packaging requirements. You can't just throw it into a box. Some of our customers require them to be in bags, and then a foam bag, and then another plastic bag, all labeled correctly as they need to be. So you'll see us all working tirelessly to get them out on time and packaged as we should. Over here you'll see way more boxes, bunch of custom shapes for some of the repeat parts. We're always looking for new innovations in the packaging solutions. So a lot to be said and done here. So, but quite a passionate group of people that keep packaging all day in and day out. What's funny is that that's where I started first at Regal. It was a summer job, helping package stuff, and there's still a lot of the same people here to this day doing it. We're kind of rolling into this next very large room. I love the lighting in here. It goes all the way across. And this is our mechanical assembly area. We're kind of on the back side of it, but this shows you all sorts of products we're currently making. So a lot of the assemblies we do are very complicated. They have so many unique components between sheet metal and machine parts that all get made at our 1200 facility. You'll kind of see that a lot of the components we like to make are sheet metal and machine. So we've got tubing, we have machine parts and pressed hardware, sheet metal, foam that's purchased and cut outside of Regal, but all sorts of screws, nuts and bolts. We do torque settings, Loctite, pretty much any mechanical assembly niche. We've always kind of taken care of it. It includes riveting, key inserts, steel threaded inserts, STI threads. And today we're working on some of these cabinets here. We've got dozens and dozens of them. As you'll see, they take up quite a presence here. But we're really meticulous. We've been making it for, I think, over 10, 15 years. So we've kind of got our processes really lined out. What's interesting about these cabinets in particular is that we assemble them first at 1200, paint them as much as we can, and get it as far along, and then they come over here for the final assembly, where we kind of get the doors put on and the last final details as required. So you'll see there's all sorts of work doing to get these things put together, so don't mind the noise. And then coming up to the end of the mechanical assembly on this side of the building, we've got our Solar Rider cart assembly area. So this is where we take frames that we weld and cut together and put them together for people with disabilities. So typical golf carts can't go onto greens and more sensitive areas of the field. So we actually make this product and build it in-house. So you'll see that there's a bunch of parts at different stages, but we do the same mechanical assembly here. We put together the control arms, the tillers, all the controls. We really make it from nothing into a finished product. And shortly I can show you the actual cart in use. It's quite an impressive feat that we kind of are able to make it from nothing into something, from those raw materials into a finished good, product. You can see here we have some the seat assemblies. So these will get placed into the carts, and that includes the actuator, which allows you to raise and lower the seat. And if you're not familiar with Solar Rider, I can give you a quick demo of it. So if you have some kind of disability when it comes to mobility, either loss of a leg or limb or several, this cart here allows you to be completely strapped in. You can buckle up here and at the waist. You can grab these levers, and the idea is that you can rotate from using the cart. There's no foot pedals, it's all hand driven. And you're able to park up next to your golf ball. And you'd imagine that this isn't good enough to play from. That's where the magic kind of comes in, is the seat. If you imagine I'm strapped in, the seat lifts and allows you to take a full normal swing of golf without the need of assistance otherwise. So this has helped a lot of veterans and longtime golf lovers to really get back into the sport of golf and really enjoy it, renewed once again. Another great feature about this is that their golf clubs are right here. They go on this section. You can pull them out as you need. This is something Regal's been making for maybe 10, 15 years now, and it's been really a nice product, a feel-good thing that we can kind of give back to somebody else. A lot of our other products, we get to help people all the time. We do medical, semiconductor components, a real wide range of stuff, and it's pretty wonderful to be a part of that. So some quick facts about the building. We think the building was built in 1980, 1990. I don't have the exact date, but Regal Research purchased it. I think it was in 2010 or 2021, sorry. This was the third building we got out of the other two, which is 1200, which is our main building, and then 10th Street, which has our laser weld and plating. So this building's 100,000 square feet. It's got quite a bit of space for growth for new customers, potentially like the viewers of this video. And as we're leaving the mechanical assembly area here, you can kind of take note that we've got so many different varieties of stuff, from cabinets to smaller assemblies to who knows what, every day. That's what's great about being a contract manufacturer, is that we get to make all sorts of products, constantly for all different types of different, industries, from commercial, medical, as I said, aerospace, and others. So we're kind of going to this next area. We just left the mechanical assembly and shipping area, and we're going into kind of the new development area where we've got a lot of different opportunities for new product to come in. So over in the far distance here, we've got more mechanical assembly kind of spread out. We have some smaller assemblies that we do there. And then if you look over here, we've got our electrical assembly. So it's bigger than you think. We have this entire area that's ready for more growth for electrical assembly. We also have the next two rooms for a very sensitive cabinet, or I guess assembly that we're working on. So we have downdraft booths, and everything over there is ESD safe. So we keep everything, grounded, so we don't have any shocks or any ESD issues across the board. We even wax the floor with a special type of wax that helps with grounding beyond the normal foot straps and those sorts of things. But as you can see, it's a pretty vast area. Got lots of light, lots of room for the next product to come in here. So, something else to note that I always forget about is we also have our controlled areas. So over here we have our controlled materials for electrical assembly, so our wires and those sorts of things. That's where we keep stock for those things separately. And again, just like our stock room, we keep a vigorous count of all of the components, the lengths of wire, the types of wire, and keep it all traceable for as long as we really can. So as long as we have to, till we maybe throw it away or recycle it. A lot of it's recycled. So last little area before we kind of wrap this up is our smaller mechanical assembly. So smaller area for it, but not everything we need to do takes up a lot of space. We do a lot of different size parts, from the size of your fist to size of an SUV. It kind of can be a huge range of stuff here. So again, we do all sorts of small cabinets, panels, and riveting up and down everywhere. And one of the last rooms we have is our Milford riveting room. A lot of people don't know about Milford riveters, but it's one of my favorite pieces of riveting technology we have. We'll see if we can turn on the lights and show you, because it's kind of an interesting deal. But so you can just tell by the age of the color on this thing that they are an older school technology. It's not a bright white or a gray like you may see on most modern technology, but a lot of these are kind of for semi-tubular or softer solid rivets. So there's an anvil that the part that gets lowered, it automatically loads a rivet into the chamber through this section here. So it feeds down. The idea is that you can take parts like these and load them into it. You actuate the foot pedal, and as quick as you can actuate it, that's as quick as it can kind of press rivets into it. So a lot of these types of rivets are kind of being outdated. Not a lot of new engineers are using it, and that's what's kind of great about Regal being in business for 45 years is we've got all sorts of technology for the last 45 years. We've seen great machinists kind of go and rise up through our entire company. We've had such a long-standing relationship with all these different types of people, have all these different experiences. So we're always gathering that knowledge and looking forward to the future of new technology, but we're not letting these kind of older technologies kind of get lost and fall away by the wayside. So that's kind of the wrap for this tour of this building. We've got right where we started behind us. So as always, if there's any questions, please contact us. We'll be more than glad to answer any questions you have. And yeah, thank you so much. It's been great talking to you.